to the final episode of this two-part Spain series. If you haven't seen the first part, there's a link above and in the description below. We are on our way to Seville, where we'll be spending a couple of days exploring the city and of course, watching the Holy Week processions.
Sevilla Maravilla.
My good friends Maria and Evan joined me in this part of the trip, and we started the day having few drinks at Hotel Alfonso, which I think should be on everyone's to-do list when visiting Seville. It looks amazing inside and out, to the point that we thought they won't let us in as we were so underdressed. Afterwards, we walk around the old part of the city. So this is Seville Cathedral. It's the third largest cathedral in the world. It was said that when the plans to build a cathedral were drawn up, church elders stated, "Let us build a church so beautiful and so magnificent that those who see it finished will think we are mad." The tomb of Christopher Columbus is one of the main attractions of the cathedral. His tomb is held aloft by four allegorical figures representing the four kingdoms of Spain during Columbus's life: the Castile, Aragon, Navarra, and Leon. Inasmuch as I'd like to watch another procession that afternoon, I headed back to the hotel early as I needed to wake up really early the following morning. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm on my way to watch La Madruga, which I think is the early morning procession. La Madrugada or La Madruga is the early morning procession on Good Friday and is considered the high point of the week. It starts really early in the morning, like around 1 a.m. And I have to say, of all the processions I've seen in this trip, this is the most spectacular and quite unforgettable. So if there's one takeaway from this video, it's that you should not miss the Madruga procession if you're ever in Seville during Holy Week. This place is called Plaza de España, but for me, this is always Planet Naboo, where Queen Amidala is from. It might look old, but this was actually only built in 1929 for the Ibero-American exhibition. You can see a few flamenco performances around the plaza, but we've decided to go on a sit-down show. Flamenco is an art that originates in this part of Spain. It integrates dance, singing, and a guitar. It's a musical genre known for its great emotional intensity and is distinguished by its graceful movements of arms, energetic tapping, intense laments, and guitar strumming. Last leg of our trip, we're visiting a bodega that somehow describes the new relationship between the Philippines and Spain. The ties between the Philippines, where I'm from, and Spain started in 1521 when Ferdinand Magellan set foot in the Philippines and brought Christianity, among other things, with him. What followed was 333 years of Spanish rule in the Philippines. Here's a rags to riches story. Andrew Tan is a Filipino businessman who worked his way up from poverty. It was said that when he finished college as magna cum laude, his dad splurged on a bottle of brandy called Fundador. He liked it so much that in 1983, he visited Jerez, which is where Fundador is produced. He got so inspired by his visit that he created his own brandy in the Philippines, called Emperador. A few decades later, Emperador got so successful that in 2015, Emperador bought Spain's oldest and most well-known brandy company, Fundador. I wonder how much he paid for Fundador. It's probably more than $20 million. I really like that story. a sort of like a new era, a new phase of that ties that goes back 500 years. It reminds me of that meme when they opened the first Jollibee in Madrid. As a Filipino, so much of my own identity is influenced by Spain. My Catholic upbringing, my language, my surname, and even the name Philippines is a reminder that King Philip II conquered Philippines. That said, I love visiting Spain. The weather is great, food is amazing, people are friendly, and it feels very familiar, yet very different. I hope you guys enjoy this series. I'm off to Portugal next, and I will see you there. Kita kits, or as they say in Spain, hasta luego!